players come through via chaos, but I guess that's the belly of the beast, bro. Really, like it's never going to be ideal.
You know, Harry Kane. You know, he
exactly
was on loan at Millwall. Soldado wasn't doing it, and then he came through in chaos because he was kind of needed, and then he got a chance in the Europa League, and Rashford the same. It's very rare that like a player comes in because it's like slowly integrated and it's done the right way. It's usually because someone's not delivering, someone's not doing the business, and now we need you to shoulder the burden. And sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't. They're not ready.
Exactly, man. 2 questions before I let you get out of here, my boy. Where would you play Ethan, when Saka is back? Be interested to hear an Op fan's point of view.
I would look at Wanyeri playing as the 10, moving to a pivot and playing Saka right wing. So Rice for me would be best in a pivot, and then who his partner would be usually. In the summer you maybe a Zubimendi, you'd get someone else new.
We can help to do the business in the summer, but the last transfer windows will show me, to just wait and see.
I just feel like Ødegaard has been so stale and so he's pulling out of challenges. I don't think his place should be like nailed on. I really don't. I know he's captain, but that armband can be given to Gabriel, it can be given to Rice. If the captain isn't performing to the level, if the captain needs to be taken out of the team because Wanyeri in the 10 is more unpredictable and more of a spark and has more of a acceleration and a shot to him because he's a better shooter, then
way better shooter.
Yeah, I would not be afraid. I would not be afraid to drop him. For me, it's like you've got to be fair with what you're watching. You got to be fair with what you're watching. Ødegaard's not had a great season. I know he's had the injury.
Said it himself.
He's not. Yeah, he's had the injury and whatnot. But he just doesn't provide a spark. And I don't feel like with Lewis Skelly, he could be a midfielder. He was a midfielder. So I'm looking at him as if he was playing a midfield 3. He could even play. And then Calafiori, if he was defending better, you could get both of them in the team. That's an extra goal threat. There's so much movement that can happen. I don't think it should be nailed on. So I would be looking at Wanyeri to play in the 10, even though he might have more to learn. Ødegaard playing like he has more to learn in the 10. So
you're not telling any lies there, bro.
You know what I mean? It's not like
and his needs to be theoretical learn. I don't want to see any practical learning. Really, bro, it's mad.
Yeah, so I'd look at it. I'd look at it because I think Wanyeri is a very special player, man. Very, very special, very, very special player.
Steady. You make me want to say he's not good, Chelsea fans. You make me want to disagree, man. Just because you said he's good, I'm going to say he's not. But you are right, man. Like, I do look at the Ødegaard one a bit weird in that, obviously, I think on tune, he's one of the best players to watch in the league, let alone Arsenal. I understand how complicated the system is for every player and collectively at Arsenal, much less what he has to do. I personally think he has too much to do, but that goes back to what we said at the start. But at the end of the day, you're not doing the job. If you're not showing any quality with the ball, the guile, because let's have it right, Ødegaard's a professional footballer because of his technical proficiencies and needed the needle pass, whatever the hell they call it, all of that kind of stuff. He's not doing it. So really, you're just running around. You're pressing. If that wasn't Ødegaard, forget Ødegaard as a player. If that wasn't Ødegaard and that was another player, we'd say you've got all gear, no idea. You're not doing anything on the ball. And people might not be able to match what you do on the ball, but they could match off it. Like, I think Kai Havertz, he's not fit. Kai Havertz could do Ødegaard's role. Just off the ball, he could do his role. And that's where I'm with you in that. Ødegaard, I like you and whatnot, but your role is looking a bit shaky. We definitely need a replacement to kind of fight you for your role. I do think you're getting into that Ozil territory when it's become clear that you're not doing it. Can we just pull you out of it? Would you take the captaincy off him in the summer? Do you think that has any bearing on him?
It's a difficult one because what does that do to him? Sometimes the people that are leading, that they don't necessarily need the armband. Like Rice has always been a leader at West Ham. He doesn't necessarily need
a natural thing.
Yeah, Gabriel, he's leading regardless. So maybe taking it off of him is only creating drama or creating. You might be ruining the player even more. I don't know. You have to know the player. You have to know the personality. Is the captaincy actually hindering him? Would he be better without it? Take the pressure off. I don't know. That kind of decision can only be made by someone who knows these players as people.
You have to be on the ground, isn't it?
That's a people decision. That's not really a performance decision. You can have a captain that don't play and he's just in the bench and he's there.
We've had that.
The team talks. Yeah, the team talks. When we won the league under Conte, Terry was the captain. He didn't play. It was Cahill, Luiz, and Aspilicueta. He was just in the background. But you're bringing the intangibles. So your vice will take the armband in the game, whatever. I just think with this position, you've got to be either able to carry the ball past players and break lines. You got to be able to pass and break lines, or you got to shoot. If you're not doing any of those things, which he's not,
and you can't curl into a ball.
Yeah, you can't be undroppable. Because I'm having a vision of Saka and Nwaneri playing together and interchanging, and he's pulling over to that right, and they're both dribbling and they're both going at players. They're both shooting. I'm sorry, it's a very scary sight that I'm imagining, and I think a lot of people think because now your profile of left wingers have never been able to come central as well. If you even got an Eze and he was coming in central and he was overlapping the left back,
and
that changes the whole dynamic. That changes the whole dynamic because now Nwaneri isn't just like a pure 10. He can drift to the right and give a little 2 tandem with Saka. Right. Then Eze's coming in central on that left channel. That solves the left 8 because now you've just got your pivot in Rice and Zubimendi. You got your back 3 in White, Timber, Gabriel and Saliba as your back 3. Imagine. And Lewis Skelly or Calafiori bombing forward. Now Calafiori's in goal-scoring positions up the pitch. Now Eze and Nwaneri double 10. Rice, Zubimendi double pivot. Saka. Now you got, bro. People
think one thing fits all, and I get it. It's a double-edged sword. You need consistency, but you need to
have your own dreams and
change
aspirations, your own imagination. Don't worry about what Arteta's cooking because you cook something different. It can still work. That's nuts.
Even 2 8s and Rice as a lone 6 or Ødegaard partnering Rice, I think that'd be a bit too lightweight in midfield, admittedly. But the possibilities are endless. And Arteta, again, he's got his way of. We know who is our first choice midfield free, but there's been times where he's gone with the builders in midfield. He's gone with Merino. He's gone with Rice. He's gone with Partey. So I don't think it's too far fetched what Matisse is saying. If I'm honest with you, man, and it's looking dark. Ødegaard, football's a fickle game. If you do the business, I'll be back waffling about you. I think you are probably off the ball. Probably the most important player in that Mikel Arteta system. But at the end of the day, football's played with a ball. We need to put the ball in the back of the net. You are one of the more experienced players. Whether I think you're necessarily captain material or not is another thing. You've been given it. So that tells me there's clout. I'm going to get into the super chat and this question before I let Matisse get out of here. Yeah, but it's only on brand. Yeah. Do you think Palmer this season hasn't really been better than last season, just getting away with GA?
Well, he's definitely not been better than last season, of course, because last season he was flawless. He was perfect. This season, he had a good start. Then last 2-3 months, he's not been at it. But yeah, the statistics are still there. But we want the performances because that's what he's capable of. So, but yeah, nowhere near last season, no chance.
There you have it, man. Big up, SA. One love for the super chat. A man said Birdsray and Steve Urkel. He's waiting us, but big up Arsenal. Big up Arsenal. Only needed a few players. Now we need to add to the starting lineup and the squad because players are leaving. It's a mess. I mean, that stability in football is always an illusion, really and truly. I think the annoying thing about not winning the league in the last 2 years would have been whether we like Edu or Arteta or these players, there was some stability. It was a bit more rosier where the ownership was concerned. And again, it's forever changing. You've always got to learn from hindsight and apply better foresight. As much as I want players now for win now mode, when you're linked with Nepan and these kids, kind of what Chelsea are doing a bit differently, and scroll back earlier, but like you always want to find the stars for tomorrow. So I do think we need to do that. It's always ever changing. Every 18 months, there's somebody's contract that needs to be dealt with. A year from now, if me and Matisse are sitting here saying the same things, we're probably talking about another contract for Mikel Arteta. So it's crazy, man. Matisse, what you got to come out today, man?
Nothing dropping to. Actually, wait. I might review Liverpool PSG because I'm enjoying talking about top players at top clubs and watching top teams go up against each other and seeing top level football. It's nice to talk about that every now and then. It gives you a break from the bullshit that you're watching. So yeah, I'll probably review that, and then after that, I might be able to drop my vlog from Copenhagen. But
yeah, drop that, man. I see your thingy, man. You've been doing
it's not easy. It's a big edit.
I see the FIFA one as well, man.
Yeah.
Coaching that at Stevenage.
Yeah, a lot of my stuff on YouTube right now is not on screen. Like it's the voiceovers and having the right tone and telling the story, and it's just tough to, because people want you to put it out, but it takes longer. I see why these YouTubers, some of them, they only upload once a week because it takes so long, and the edit is crazy.
Perfection.
Yeah, it takes long. Yeah, But
And
it's
look
good.
at
It's
it
fun.
again. I'm not gonna let this guy forget it. Like, did you know how much? Yeah, this guy used to just saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do my YouTube channel, man. I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it." Do you know how long he was waffling on Instagram? Now look at the way he's flying, mate. Like, proud of you, kids.
Appreciate it. Nah, yeah, I was stalling. You know, Kojo Funds. That was me, fam. That was me.
Hey, it's crazy. Matisse do a watch along for Liverpool PSG. Get onto him, man.
Nah, you know what? Yeah, I've stopped the rival watch-alongs this season because I just wanted to just be easy and kind of just do the Chelsea ones and just I was making notes, bro. I'm really enjoying making notes. I'm not gonna lie. Well, I
Join
was
the
not
club.
when I
Join the
was
club, man.
bro. When I was watching last week's game and I was just watching it by myself and really focusing on what was going on that pitch and not because obviously when you're doing watching, you got to entertain, you're engaging, you're trying to make sure that
You
the
gotta
chat
breed
is
the
getting
chat and whatnot.
responding to the chat. I said, you know what? Let me just really like try and be like a fake coach, a fake scout. Let me really dig. Bro, I enjoyed it, bro. So now when I did my review, people are like, yo, you hit every nail on the head. I said, I could get used to this. I feel like stump pig up in this bitch. So I'm gonna do it again.
Hey, Matisse, let me let you get out of here, man. Big up yourself, man. We gotta run it back, man. I'll speak to you, see what we can do across the channels in the international break, man. But I asked you, we came through. I thought, you know what? Let me get my request in early before it gets to that Arsenal Chelsea thing. Let's be proactive. So yeah, man. People, subscribe to the channels in that. Matisse, one love, my boy. People, I'm back at 2 p.m. and then 4 p.m. with Kenny Ken. Hold fire on the PSG versus Liverpool watch along. I probably will do it, but just hold fire. And yeah, on that note, peace, folks, man. Done, no. Safe. Matisse, one love, my guy.
Big up.
Safe.